Hello everyone, my name is Phoenix Hunter and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're playing Hearts of Iron 4 and we're going to be playing the Soviet Union. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it. Here we are in the game, and what I'm going for today is a bit of a strategy where I stack entrenchment. It's this little bar right here. Basically, the idea is that you stack entrenchment by doing things like digging deeper trenches, putting up thicker palisades, more barbed wire, more defense in depth, and stuff like that. But personally, I like to think that the higher entrenchment you stack, the deeper the hole you dig. So we are going to make our soldiers dig a hole so deep across all of our borders that they're not even going to be able to cross. I'm going to call this strategy the Pit of Hell strategy. And while we're at it, we could go for a couple of achievements, I suppose. Like, not a step back. This is going to be pretty easy. And this one requires its own strategy. This one we will be doing. This one we could potentially do. This one, I mean, maybe I'll do a video on it in the future. Who knows? This one we're definitely going to be doing. This one also requires a different strategy. This one, if I really tried, I could go for. And yeah, that looks like all the achievements that we can get for now, at least. Yeah, anywho. So, now, getting started. The first 3 research slots, it's the usual. Oh, machine tools, construction, and engineering. We start off with a civilian economy. So that means it's not a really good idea to build factories for now. So we're going to look for states with high building slots, some research, and also have some pretty good infrastructure. So like, for instance, in Kiev, this is going to be a pretty good building or state to build in. In Stalino, this is going to be pretty good, as well as Stalingrad are also going to be really good. And we're pretty much going to get our factories to start pumping those. And then later on, we'll start building a couple of factories. Now, military factories, we're going to want to put some on guns. We'll put these down here. We might convert these tanks into flamers. So I'm just going to keep one factory on them for now. Artillery, we're going to put 3 factories. Support equipment, we're going to put 5 because we will be using engineers. So we're going to need a lot of them. Let me get all these planes up here and see what we got. Large frames we won't need. Medium frames we will not need. Small frames, I'm gonna put a couple of factories on that stuff because I will be converting these planes once I get the chance. Other than that, I think that I will be doing some anti-air. We'll be getting our planes up a lot later than Germany will. So this anti-air is going to be useful. We only need 3 on them for now. That'll give us all that we need. The rest of the things we need to produce, we're producing trucks, some of these. I guess the only other thing that we would want is eventually to put some casts in here. But we don't have the research for that. So I guess we'll just put the rest on planes and just some on guns. We could always use more guns. And as for these boats, honestly, this strategy, we're just not going to use a navy, so... And what navy we do have will pretty much just be submarines. So I'll tell these guys to finish up, and then we'll just be infinitely producing submarines. So, the focus, we will be choosing a focus, but not just yet. You'll see why. We're not going to worry about this, we're not going to worry about this. The divisions, what I like to do is I like to put them all into one army. Then I take out the NKVDs, take them out, I take out the trucks, and then I take out the mountaineers. And then I convert all these to the regular template, which is this one, the Streltskovaya. And then we have exactly 96 left over, which will allow us to evenly split them all into 4 armies. So that's one army group. And then these 3 other guys, we're going to split to another army group. Then we're gonna put these guys on a front line in Romania, and then we're gonna put these guys on a front line in Turkey. You'll see why in a minute. Yeah, I think I'm going to import just one rubber to try to get the production of planes up and running, because that is going to be pretty important. But yeah, another thing I totally forgot to do, the navies. We're going to put all these into one fleet, move them all here, and then merge them. And then the planes we're also going to move to Crimea. So the reason why we're not selecting a focus is because we want to generate a little bit of political power. One of the things that's going to help us when we fight Germany is to keep a smaller front line. And the front line will pretty much be all along this border right here. So if we can shrink that as much as possible, that's going to help us in the long run. And so that is why I'm going to be attacking Romania. But as you can see, they're guaranteed by France and Czechoslovakia. So I don't want to be dragged into a war with these guys. But they're guaranteeing the independence of Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, Turkey, and Greece. Turkey is the only one that's on our border, so I'm going to be attacking them. I'm sorry, Ataturk, but you have to die. Okay, now that we got some political power saved up, we're going to just justify on Turkey for, let's say, Trabzon, since it's right there. And now we will select our focus, the path of Marxist-Leninism. Yeah, we're basically going historical. And of course we're going historical, so we're going the center. The center path on the right. Don't question it. Just don't question it. You should know better than to question these things. Okay, so now for the Bosporus events, we're pretty much just going to give us... We're pretty much going to do all the events that give us more war support. Now, this is the event that's going to unlock the paranoia mechanic. Honestly, it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Electromechanical engineering is done. So normally I'd go for mechanical computing, but we're going to war, so we need radio. Okay, center is done, so now we'll continue down this path. And pretty much the idea is that we want to complete this path as fast as possible, do some industry focuses, and then do some army focuses. Basic machine tilts is done, and of course we're going the bread and butter, the love of my life, dispersed industry. Oh, how I love you. This is a feature that they added in the latest update. Now all the non-important notifications get put over here. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's definitely one of those things that, like, this would be easily solvable if they gave us a notifications filter. Like, it would be cool if they gave us the option to put the notification here in the center of the screen, or if the notification will pause the game. It'd be just really good if they gave us, you know, more customization and the such. Okay, so we have a few free civilian factories because our infrastructure is done. And even though we are still on civilian economy, pretty soon, we're at 49%, so pretty soon we will be able to go to war economy, so I will start pumping out a few civies. Now that we've done this focus, we can't do this focus until the day counter is up. So we're going to, pretty much we're going to do a couple of focuses to pass the time. And the main thing we're going to do is unlock the agate prop and do the fun propaganda stuff. And there's the 50% war support. And now we're at war economy in 1936. Man, I love communism. Okay, so now we have the agate prop. Pretty much all these are good, but I like to spam the consumer good factory reduction thing. The transport one is pretty good, but there is another achievement that, now that I think about it, just a propaganda to activate 30 campaigns before 1945. So pretty much we want to just continuously spam propaganda campaigns for the next couple however long. That's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. Whenever you unlock a new upgrade to your MIO, pretty much I recommend you do these upgrades because they're almost always the best. Now these three here are unique to the Soviet Union, but for pretty much any nation that you're playing, this queue right here is pretty much the optimal, and I could explain why, but I feel that Feedback Gaming does it a lot better than I can ever do it. So my suggestion is go look up his video and he can explain it. But basically the short of it is that all these give you the stats that matter and when they matter. Okay, the justification is done for, and you guys didn't see it, but that was a perfect example of a notification that I'd much rather pop up at the center of my screen and pause the game, because if I wasn't paying attention and actively looking at the justification counter, I would have never seen it. Paradox could definitely do some tweaking and such, but other than that, let's just declare a first war on Turkey. No frills, no shenanigans or nothing. I am going to deploy half of the fighter wings here, half of the fighter wings here, and deploy most of the attack bombers there. Even though we are massively short of guns, we have tanks and we have like really powerful units, so it doesn't really matter because the truth is these guys also don't have a lot of guns. Between these two branches, I kind of prefer collectivist propaganda because this uses some bonuses that we're actually going to use and stuff like that. Alright, got ourselves a nice little encirclement. That's pretty much the key to this. That's pretty much the key to this war. Use your overwhelming army size and stuff like that to just overrun them and stuff. Now that we have 35 XP, I think that this is going to be a pretty good spirit to get because it gives us bonus XP gain. Another 2 divisions about to be encircled, and because most of their troops are locked up here, or we encircled them, this now leaves them just wide open to encirclement and just walking around them. Okay, this is a pretty important event. So if we ever get an event to remove this guy, Genrik Yagoda, we want to keep him because currently he only generates 1 extra political paranoia. But if we replace him, it'll be replaced with a guy that gives 2 weekly political paranoia. So we don't want that. And as annoying as it'd be to raise the political paranoia, we have to just take that. So we're pretty much just going to click this button to lower it a little bit. And yeah, we want to keep that nice. We want to keep this paranoia nice and low. Okay, looks like Romania has capitulated. Pretty much what we want to do with these guys is just puppet them. Oh, and of course take Bessarabia for ourselves, because that's gonna be... because, of course, we shall. Yeah, we'll do that. And then, of course, we are gonna stack war reparations and resource rights. And yeah. That's what we're gonna do with Romania. So yes, now all that's left to really do is just, I guess, finish off Turkey. And to assist in that, I'm going to plan a couple of naval invasions. So if you're wondering how I'm able to prepare naval invasions without clicking this button, it's because I have a mod installed that adds a hotkey to a naval invasion and the paratroop order. It's like such a good mod. I genuinely recommend that you guys download it. So yeah, we're pretty much just going to tell these guys to invade all along the coast. Now that the proper amount of time has passed, we can now do this focus. And there's Turkey capitulated. So yeah, pretty much we just want to puppet these guys. Same deal with Romania and stuff like that. Now there is the chance that they will do some shenanigans because the Turkey's focus tree is still broken in the year 2024. So some shenanigans might occur, but honestly I'm not too worried about it. And yeah, so there's Turkey, done and dusted. And it looks like we're too late to intervene in Spain. So pretty much what I'm just going to do is send a couple of air volunteers just to grind out some air XP. Now that that's all done, we can now finally get on with the real game. First things first, we are going to convert all these guys. And then convert all of these guys as well. We are going to delete these tanks and then just consolidate a couple of these guys, I suppose. Okay, so now the first change that we're going to make to this plane is add on some light machine guns, add an MIO to it, upgrade the engine, and then add an MG turret. Set this guy to auto upgrade and stuff. Now that we have a bunch of XP saved up, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to edit my divisions. This is pretty much the division we're going for. Yeah, I think that this is all we'll need. Yeah, we're missing some equipment, but by the time the next war starts, we'll have it all. So it's not that big a deal. I think that now's about as good a time as ever to start on the industry focuses. Okay, it's a little bit early, but I think that now's about as good a time as any to start building mills, because I have a pretty strong industry going on. So yeah, I'm just gonna build a couple of mills. So part of the strategy does involve producing a couple of anti-air tanks. So yeah, we're pretty much just going to start production on these things. Yeah, and it doesn't look like Spain is going to have a lot of fun. Now once this focus is done, we won't have to worry about the paranoia mechanic anymore. So yeah, that's going to be pretty good. Okay, now political paranoia is done, so now we won't need to worry about it. So now I'm going to do some industry focuses and some military stuff. And now that I don't really need to worry about any of these guys getting yeeted, so I'm going to start hiring a couple. You probably guessed it, but the doctrine that I'm going to go for is Grand Battle Plan. This will give us an extra 10% entrenchment, and then when we combine that with a couple of traits, such as this one, giving us another 10% extra entrenchment and stuff like that, and already our max entrenchment is 43%. So that's pretty good. Now that I've done now that it's mid-1939, I believe the next focus Germany is doing is Danziger War, so I should probably start doing some military focuses. And there's the start of the war. Germany is officially getting funny in Poland. And now, while I'm at it, I'm also going to start doing some shenanigans in Finland and the Baltics. Okay, so we just got the war goal for Finland. Honestly, this war is going to be a bit of a pushover, so yeah, so honestly, I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, even though Finland does their shenanigans and stuff like that, and honestly, this war is just gonna be really easy. And there's Finland. Pretty much all I want from these guys are this bit right here, and then we'll just puppet the rest. Yep, lots of puppets. That's what I like to see. So another change that I'm making to this close air support is I'm adding rockets, because rockets, they do so much damage to the enemy that it's basically really good to have them on all of our units. So to conserve some of these SB anti-airs, I'm going to create a duplicate of the basic division. I'm also going to add on field hospitals, because that could be pretty good. And then I'm going to convert all of these guys over. As you can see, we're just barely have enough. Oh, it looks like Germany is finally beginning to justify on us. Honestly, I'm not too worried because look at these troop numbers. They literally had to put their entire army on the line in order to break our non-aggression pact. So I'm just gonna pretty much keep on building up and such. It looks like they managed to cancel their non-aggression pact with us. That is actually perfectly fine, because I want them to attack us. And there's the war declaration. So, yeah, so honestly, I am expecting to hold at every instance. Yeah, notice how this bubble was red, now it's green. And yeah, it's looking green across the board. So yeah, I guess we'll just pretty much hold like this until they run out of gas. To give you an idea of how good stacking entrenchment is, we're getting a plus 61% attack bonus and defense bonus, giving us 800 defense. Yeah, these guys are going to be very lucky to penetrate us. And one thing I totally haven't done is activated my spies. So I'm just going to do that, and then we'll see how effective these guys are now. Yeah, this guy has literally a 1,000 defense. Oh, that's wild. And then when you combine that, I mean, the armor isn't really that good, so I should probably start upgrading the armor for my tank. But yeah, this is once this armor gets into the divisions, they're going to basically be dealing no damage because the armor value will be higher than their piercing value and stuff. Oh, it appears that they've stopped. Yeah, these equipment bars are starting to look pretty not so good. And with this guy finally leveling up, we'll be able to get defensive doctrine, giving us even more entrenchment. Yeah, this guy's got 77% entrenchment. Honestly, there isn't really much to comment about. I can pretty much just 5-speed this and they'll never break me. Yeah, look at this. Look how fast the equipment bar is going down. Yeah, they're losing so much equipment. And for the casualties, we have the lowest at 36k, and we've inflicted 1.7 million casualties on them. That's pretty good. Hey, and with these two, we're able to get the Just a Propagander achievement. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. And so that was actually pretty easy. I found a really good way to tell what you're at is by looking at the tooltips. Yeah, you see here where it requires you to have a certain amount of campaigns. It pulls out, it shows you how many you have achieved, so that's pretty good. It looks like the UK is doing maneuvers in Italy, so it might be time for me to do a slight push. Let's see what happens here. And oh yeah, and we destroy them. Look at this. Yeah, because we got air superiority, we've got space marines and all that stuff. Yeah, we push them. Don't mind me just trying a cheeky little maneuver. Get a nice encirclement here. And there's the encirclement. You'll love to see it. Just like that. Now let's see if I can go for something bigger. Like, say, these 13 divisions in here that just seem to want to sit there. You know, I don't know what it is about playing defensive games, but they're just so much fun. Because it's literally like you're just sitting back waiting for them to grind on you. And then you just, when they're done, you just kind of push them and attack them. Also, please don't take that whole grinding comment out of context. So I have a funny idea. What if I were to take, like, these two guys, go from this port to Rome. Oh, is Berlin wide open? Are they just gonna let me take Berlin? Aw, not quite. But it would be pretty funny. Oh, come on, yes! Let's go, dude. Dude, they have so few troops to man the line that, like, they just couldn't defend Berlin. Also helps that I have a 100% collab on these guys. Yeah, despite all our gains that we're making in Germany, Hungary is, as always, proving to be the toughest area to push into. Okay, I just realized that I accidentally hit pause and I forgot to record the last part of the war, so I deeply apologize for that. But honestly, it wasn't too eventful because we pretty much capitulated Germany and then called in all of our puppets to push into and destroy Bulgaria and Hungary. And we've also, as you can see, we've got Rome. The reason for that is for the achievement, which we managed to get 2 other achievements as a result of this peace deal. The Pope, how many divisions does he have, and the Revolution Triumphant, where we have Germany as a puppet. But yeah, as you can see, the result of the peace deal, we puppeted Yugoslavia, we puppeted Bulgaria. For some reason, we had the Soviet occupation zone. Yeah, I guess. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, this is where I think I'm going to end the campaign. I mean, the next logical thing to do will be to push forward and go for France, the UK, and Japan. But honestly, I don't feel like doing it in this video just yet. If you guys want to see me continue this campaign, please let me know in the comments. But for now, other than that, the goals for this video were completed, so I consider this campaign a success. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think of the video, and tell me what you think of the channel. Tell me if you guys have any idea for the if you guys have any ideas for videos, please tell me in the comment section below. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a good day. I love you all. Goodbye.